Yeah, completely.
So queen b3, and this is a major mistake, right? And queen b3 is a move that makes sense if I don't have the move knight a5, right?
Right.
It's a move that makes perfect logical sense. You're generating pressure on f7, you're also touching on b7, your queen is also giving space for your rook to be connected, and you're giving a good square for your rook to go to d1. So that's a move that makes perfect logical sense based on evaluation, but when we go to calculation, what's happening is that it just falls apart due to the fact that knight a5 is a tactical continuation, which is winning a piece because the bishop is touching on f2, right? So see how even though out of the evaluation the move made sense, you had to discard it because knight a5 was coming. Of course, this is kind of annoying, right? This bishop takes f2 and etc. Something that maybe is a little bit hidden too, and you have to be careful with that as well, because in chess we have to go deeper and deeper and deeper and see how we're just deconstructing, or we're just breaking down the different layers of chess, and see how you can see chess on many levels, right? Not just in one of them. You can see chess on evaluation, you can see chess on planning, you can see chess on tactics, on strategy, etc., right? So here after queen b3, what's happening is that knight a5 is just really annoying, right? You're taking on c4. Also, this might be also a lack of a little bit of evaluation, and this deeper evaluation, right? And the reason why I say deeper evaluation here is because, okay, now that we have gone through all of the pieces and we see that my queen is in a decent square now, my knight is in a decent square, my knight on d5 makes sense, it is controlling a lot of squares, it's having a decent position, it is really annoying because the black pieces cannot get rid of it because there are no pawns on e7 or c7. Also, my bishop on c4 makes really a lot of sense because I'm generating pressure on this diagonal. Also, my rooks are coming towards the center soon. That makes a lot of sense as well. And once you have seen all of that, you should go to your pawn structure as well, and you should analyze it, right? You should go like, all right, my pawn on h3 is a little bit dubious, my pawn on g4 seems a little bit weak as well. Have to be careful with that in the future, because if I just not pay attention to that, these pawns may fall and my king will be exposed. Also, when we're thinking about the pawn structure here, we go to the pawn on f2 and we see that, well, the bishop is generating a little bit of a threat on it, and also we see that the rook on c8 of the black pieces is generating a little bit of x-rays on the bishop on c4, and that can be dangerous, you know? So see how we're seeing all of these little things, and then they'll add up to something which is going to be bigger than its parts, right? Remember that the system itself is bigger than the parts, and once we have seen all the parts, we can comprehend the system. So queen b3, and the problem that we have is that now this bishop takes f2, also these x-rays that I had here and the knight coming to a5 get together to give a tactical sequence which is going to leave you with a piece less than the other guy.
Okay.
Knight a5, see how I'm calculating that bishop f2 is a move that I want to play, but I see that bishop f2 doesn't work right now, right? So how does bishop f2 works more effectively? If I move my knight to a5, right? Why? Because then I'm threatening your queen, I'm threatening the bishop, and my rook has space to take on c4. So knight a5, queen a4, knight takes c4, and the problem that you have is that if you take on c4, then bishop f2 is coming, right? And you saw this,
that's what I did.
but you saw this too late, you know?
Yeah.
You saw this just here, right?
Yeah.
And here you said, oh no, bishop f2 is just coming with discovery attack, right?
Yeah.
But I'm seeing that from this position, maybe even a little bit before that, because I had the idea that maybe this bishop and this rook could collaborate to generate some tactics. But see how you're seeing the move, but too late. That's a sign that you have to work on your tactics. You know, you have to solve more puzzles to make this a little bit faster in your thought process, right? So bishop takes f2, king takes, rook takes e4, and here this is a major mistake in terms of concept, which is that you're playing king e3, right? You can play king e3 if you are in an endgame where there are no queens and where there, of course, the position is already lost, right? Because you're a queen down. But this is something that you have to be concerned of, like during the opening and during the middle game, which is the phase where we are into during the middle game, basically. Your king generally doesn't want to go to the center. Why? Because there are too many pieces. As there are too many pieces, that's really dangerous. So if you move your king towards the center, the problem that you have is that you might get mated, and that's something that you do not want, right? So here, when you play king e3, see how you're just bringing your king towards the center, and you might just get killed. You know, there are queens on the board and rooks on the board and a bishop on g6. So this is a failure of concept here. And of course, during the endgame, the things change a little, and the reason why is because kings are important then. As there are no pieces to kill the king, then what's going to happen is that the king has a major role to participate on the position and to be active, right? And during the endgame, when there are less pieces on the board, you want to bring your king towards the center. Why? Or to centralize your king, because you want to have activity with your king, which is going to be decisive, right?
Okay, you're right.
But here, not good, right? King e3, and this is just falling apart, right?